Hello everyone, and it looks like some news has randomly dropped pretty much after closing hours for Creative Assembly. So yeah, we've got some information regarding an update on unit recruitment issues. This is something where we don't see the armies moving, which has in turn affected the AI. The pressure must be on considering, the current review bomb and so on. Which is a shame that it's gotten to this, but at least it's gotten a response faster than I anticipated. So let's read over it, right? Hey folks, we've been investigating the issues affecting campaign AI since the release of 6.3.1. And we're working hard to restore it back to a better standard. I want to give you an update on why these issues have occurred and where we are with our progress on fixing them. Okay, that's a pretty good start at least. It's on the website. A hotfix is in development. Currently, its singular focus on campaign AI unit cap recruitment fixes and the bad AI behavior that stems from this issue. Hotfix 6.3.2 is presently scheduled for release next week. It entered the first phases of our testing earlier today and is now showing positive signs of providing an improved experience to the game. Over the last few weeks, when responding to the questions on this topic, we had originally planned to publish it as part of 7.0. Now that the investigations have completed, and we are almost there with a fix, it makes sense to decouple it from 7.0 and get it out as quickly as we can. So, if this has been investigated for weeks, right, my only question here is, why did it take Outreach to talk about? I'm not trying to be rude or anything, I'm just wondering why this was originally tied to be with a patch alongside a DLC. This should have been out as soon as possible. Let's continue. The issues with campaign AI are unfortunately complex to resolve. We haven't been able to deliver an immediate fix as we needed to conduct some very thorough investigations into the root causes. But we are working as quickly as the complexity allows. We'll go into that complexity below for those who want the detail. But if you're just looking for the headline, we're on it. Okay, see? Even just we're on it is a good thing. And the fact that it's been posted on the actual website and not a third-party website, that's great. Let's continue. Hotfix 6.3.2 aims to address the recent problem that we've seen where factions aren't recruiting units into their armies and the idle behavior that stemmed from that. The issue with recruitment has been a highly visible problem since the release of Update 6.3, but this issue wasn't caused by 6.3 itself. We discovered that this issue has been present in the game prior to this update and affects factions where AI has tasked to managing unit camps. We have found out that the AI was building lists of units to recruit without taking unit caps into consideration, resulting into recruitment failing to occur and stalling the AI decision-making process. Yes, we are aware that this issue has been here for a while. It's been on the website for 2 years now. People have been complaining about it for 2 years now. These issues have been compounded by changes that were made to the different resources that are required to recruit units by the Lizardmen and Tomb Kings. And why you may have also seen issues like this happen with factions that use pooled resource like Spawning Sequence, Meat, Oath Gold, or Skulls to recruit. Lizardmen and Tomb Kings will still face an uphill struggle in their campaigns when managed by the AI. They have challenging start positions, which regularly sees them defeated fairly early on, but they shouldn't be fighting with both hands tied behind their back. Well, it depends on the race. I mean, Grudges generally does quite well. But yes, even I am inclined to agree. Like the whole thing with Warzag destroying Tic-Tac-Toe, that was a thing that could happen a lot. For a deeper look at what causes these issues, here's lead technical designer Radoslav Borisov, I do apologize if I'm butchering your name, with detail on how our AI is currently behaving. The way our AI handles unit recruitment occurs over several distinct steps. One of those steps is selecting a list of units to recruit into a specific force, with the goal of acquiring the necessary strength to perform a task. When the AI is mapping out its shopping list of units that it wants to recruit, unit caps are currently not taken into consideration in a proper fashion. This results in the recruitment action failing as soon as a unit cap is exceeded. Recruitment action failure then occurs. Should the AI decide that its next task should be to attack a settlement, it's generating a recruitment action and then expecting an increase in force to a level where it feels the settlement garrison that it's targeted for attack can be defeated. Without the unit recruitment task successful resolution, it holds up this subsequent task and leaves the AI in a paralyzed state. It's a cascade of failures that result in certain factions failing to complete any aggressive actions whatsoever. That's all well and good, but that's been an issue that's been happening for longer since 6.3. It's been going on for a while now where armies, even though they recruit, they just stay still. That's another problem there too. But let's continue, right? In order to be efficient in how resources are allocated and spent, The AI relies heavily on several beliefs around the current state of the game world. Some examples of these assumptions are things like cheapest unit that can be recruited anywhere in the faction, strongest unit that can be recruited anywhere, most cost-efficient unit, best cost to strength ratio, an estimated number of turns to reach the recruitment location of the strongest/cheaper unit. Okay, now you see, that's actually kind of interesting to see how the AI actually works, right? It's good to hear the logic behind it. Any mistakes when constructing these assumptions have been found to lead to a catastrophic failure in many of our AI systems. If the AI believes a unit is free and provides any meaningful strength increase, it will not allocate any resources to buy units. It wrongfully believes it can fill its armies with powerful units for free, and so will pursue that option and trigger a failure cascade. Okay. If the cost of a unit is not properly evaluated, the AI finds itself in situations where it has budgeted some money that ultimately ends up being insufficient, causing overspending and running them into an irrecoverable or very slow to pay off debt. This is where the pooled resource comes into play. The AI's ability to understand, plan and budget pooled resource is not ideal. Lately, AI has not been factoring in pooled resource to its costs properly. No, I mean, they've never done that. The Beastmen have never properly recruited, leading to incorrect beliefs about what can and cannot afford, resulting in action failure. These past few weeks of investigation have shown to us that the majority of internal systems were unprepared for actions that ostensibly could not fail to fail. That was a weird thing, but yeah. I wish this website had dark mode. Does it have dark mode? Apparently not. Let's continue. It's grating on the eyes, right? The cascading effect led to all sorts of problems. The AI couldn't change stances properly, attacking on the campaign failed, recruitment failed, laying siege failed, and so, yeah, I mean, it has been total war for a while now. Oh boy, sorry, it's just funny. It's just seeing that like that is funny. Oh boy. We've identified and resolved the leading causes for such failures, but it's very likely that there are other cases that we're not yet aware of just yet. Maybe if you had some proper testers. I'm just saying. Resolving the immediately known causes of this problem is helping us to remove any denser levels of fog that may be obscuring other possible causes, and as they become known to us, we'll resolve those too. Good. As it stands today, there are around 200 different pooled resources in the game, and they're used in a large variety of ways. For us to be absolutely certain that everything is properly accounted for is a daunting task, but we will continue working on identifying and resolving any issues in the future. I mean, it is the job of the developer, so it's not really, I wouldn't class it as daunting, but okay. Let's continue. And we'll not deploy this hotfix without careful monitoring of the effect it has and continue to stay committed to bringing you more improvements as necessary. Okay, yeah, this is already kind of sounding like a shadow delay for the DLC, which is expected. It's expected. I'm not like being mad about that. It's more the case of like it's had to lead to this. Now we have another message here from Freeman. News on Tides of Torment will take a backseat until we resolve this issue. Yeah, there's the delay. Because they don't seem like they're 100% certain that it's going to come out next week. They're pushing to get it out next week. But it does look like there's going to be a delay. I would say good. Yeah, good. If there's going to be one, to get this fixed out, because core issues need to come first. And they say it there, you know? They want us to look to the DLC and stuff, but it's like, oh yeah. Fixing this comes first, and that is a good response. About time. That's a good response. The previous response wasn't good. This is fantastic. There's an apology down here too. The thing is, I'm just kind of tired of apologies. There's been a lot of apologies, and we promise we're going to do better. I think at this point, actions speak louder than words. I want this to go well. I want the fix to come in and everything just to go back to normal, because again, you know, this is my setting. I want things to be great. I want to see stupid memes popping up, and there comes my cat. He's taken to wanting to be in front of the microphone too. Maybe he could do a few videos for me. I can get a break for once. But yeah, I mean, actions speak louder than words. That's the most important thing right now. If everything works as intended, everything will just start to go back to normal. But it's important that Creative Assembly need to realize that this can't keep happening over and over again. There's expectations to be had. People's hard-earned money, which is becoming much less disposable lately, so that has to be respected. The player base has to be respected. They're happy to buy stuff. They just want stuff to work. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's start a bit of a discussion. I've come in here with a completely neutral response. There's good and there's bad. I'm not going to throat goat them. I think that's kind of done from me for a while now. So have a great day, one, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. I need to put the food that I just taken out before this came out back into the oven. See ya.